My name is Olajide S. Onasanya. I am in the law of general practice, but with a flavor, an interest in employment law, because I believe it centers on, in my view, some level of human rights in terms of how employers deal with employees. So what we have in there is a situation where we were discussing whether best practice is indeed necessary in our own Nigerian law in terms of conventions that are brought in through ratification or enactment. Now, the idea is, does the NIC have the jurisdiction, if you like, to bring in undomesticated laws? By all means. At the end of the day, my takeaway from there is simple. If something fits by way of fairness and justice, then we cannot use the level of process or some level of procedural approach to create some level of injustice, especially to employees who usually go into employment from a position of weakness. So it is important that we have something somewhere that draws that check and balances for employers. And of course, employees who are caught founding in terms of maybe the made-up stories, then of course the law will take its course, but at least you have somewhere as an employee to go to where at least you can say what has happened to you and let those people who are responsible respond. And if it works in your favor in terms of the facts and the law, and so be it. What you could not get in your employment, you can get from the courts, so that employees are free to go to their workplace and know that there's a level of fairness operating in that workplace and there's some level of guidance out there looking after them. The labor law is essential. It is important because when you're going into employment, you go into employment as an employee from an area of weakness. The employer is the one dictating at that point to a particular level. You're just looking for a job at some point. Of course, at a level of expertise, you can make some concessions for yourself, but not everybody has those level of expertise going in. So the labor law itself, it's some level of guidance, a level playing field that can come to play. However, retrospective, maybe after employment for whatever reason that you've been either fired or wrongly dismissed, or indeed you have issues that have made you to leave an employment by way of constructive dismissal, as an example. You have some way to fall back on, which is the law, and NIC is doing that job. We're not saying it's a court for employees, but at the same time, employees have some level of safeguard where the NIC is throwing out all the laws that are there to protect the employees.
The chance this note to students is not an unwarranted expansion. Thank you.